Hi, my name is James Van Kuilenburg. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm an 18-year-old trans teen, and this is my mother.
My name is Nicola. I am not going to share my age, but I am the proud mother of a transgender teenager.
We have some tips and advice for parents of trans kids.
Tip number one, when your child comes to you and tells you that they're transgender, take a deep breath. Everything is going to be okay.
Tip number two for parents of trans kids, when your child comes out to you, no matter how old they are, don't come into that situation with any preconceived notions of what trans identity is. Throw all of that out of the window and consider your child to just be your child, not some example of what transness is.
Tip number three, don't expect your child to do all the educating for you. Take some time to go online, research things. There are lots of resources out there. There's some great groups, particularly on Facebook, for parents of transgender kids. You can ask any question, anything that you can think of. Other parents out there have experienced the same thing, so somebody somewhere will be able to answer your question. So don't put all that responsibility on your child.
Tip number four, engage in what I like to call selfless communication. Your child is struggling right now, coming out to you as trans and may be experiencing bullying or harassment at school, and the way that they're communicating with you might not always be pleasant and it might not be nice. You have to step back from that situation and recognize that your child is in pain and not take that personally, and recognize that you won't always understand what they're going through or might not always know the perfect thing to say.
Tip number five, accept that as a parent you maybe go through your own grieving process. Take time to acknowledge those feelings and to deal with those feelings. Don't, however, put those feelings back on your child. It's very important to keep good boundaries. I know that I was a roller coaster of emotions when my child came out to me, and I really reached out to other parents of transgender children to discuss those feelings with, and they helped me process that because I didn't want my child to feel like they were ever responsible. It's okay to grieve. I know we want to accept our children and we're very proud of them, but take time for yourself as well.
Tip number six, when you're trying to help your child when they're coming out, you want to make sure that they're not alone, right? But the ways that we do that sometimes are not always the most affirming or effective. Saying, I know how you feel, yeah, this is really hard for both of us, while your intentions may be good, it's not always the best thing to say. You as a parent can't always give your child the support that they need. So maybe that means finding other trans young people in your community or even trans adults to provide mentorship, or even finding examples of trans people in media that you can show your child to make sure that they don't feel isolated.
Tip number seven, don't forget to congratulate your child and to thank them for trusting you. I'm very proud of James. I wish he would clean his bedroom more often.
I love my relationship with my mother because it's changed so much over the years. We're both open to criticism and like being able to grow with each other.
And we both take really bad selfies. We like to share each other's bad photographs on social media without the other's permission. So that's really brought our relationship together. The number of double chins that we've shown on each other's Facebook pages is great. So.